Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Steampianist, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to this Q&A video. I'll be answering your questions shortly, but first, a few announcements. Okay, first announcement. All of my songs will be released at 2019, not necessarily on January 1 or the midnight of December 31st. Why, you may ask? Well, it's mostly because of time issues with my collaborators, and I thought instead of rushing the songs and the videos, especially the videos, I would rather release our works somewhere in 2019. As for the exact month, I can't say. However, I can assure you guys I'm steadily working on these songs. Okay, so here are the list of songs that I'm currently working on. First up, Black Hole. It's a Gumi song that me and Morb have been working for a while, but we are still deciding if we should release this song with a video because Morb wants to work on a different song for the video. Second song, Cruelty of Hope. It's a song featuring Oliver and the singer TBK. By the way, TBK is a French Yutaite. She does covers and originals. Please do check her out. The link to her channel is in the description. And the third song has no title yet, but it will feature Gumi, and it's a collaboration between me and Elbow, aka Nova, the talented artist and animator who did the video Leech Boy and Rust. It's also the song where I asked my subscribers, Twitter followers, and friends to give me a recording of them shouting change and singing a certain melody in the song. Please look forward to it in 2019. And the last song is the Act 2 for the Dark Western Vocaloid project. So far, the only thing done in this song is the story, so I still need to compose the form of the song based on the scenes of the story. And that's pretty much all the progress I made with this one. And that's all of the songs. Second announcement is that we have a Spotify account, in case some of you didn't know, since I've only announced it on Twitter. So please do check it out and let me know in the comments if there are any more platforms you guys would like to hear our works in. Okay, so the next two announcement is more like a plugin. So the first one is that my friend Gino Plays Guitar, or Gino, the guy who played guitars in Rust and Canary Song, recently released his first album under the project name MTD Ocean. The reason why I'm bringing this up to you guys is because I helped him produce his album. I was tasked to mix and master his full album, so check it out if you guys like songs that are emotionally charged and kind of sort of post-rock, I guess. The link to Gino's album is in the description as always. Do check it out. Last one is a shout out to my good friends at Turn Me On Holly. It's a band here in the Philippines. They have also released an EP called Beach Episode, and it's currently available in Spotify and other similar sites. Anyway, you'll be doing me a huge favor if you can check them out. Thanks, guys. And that's the end of the announcement, and we are moving on to the Q&A. Okay, so for the Q&A, I have decided to make it into two parts. The first one is the frequently asked, or FAQ. The second one is called Standout Questions, where I pick one or two questions from each of you, and I've also decided to keep people unknown. So, the first question is, in the FAQ, how did me and Morb meet and why did we decide to collaborate? We have known each other for a long time, and I think that's all I will say. As for our reason for collaborating, well, it's nothing spectacular. She basically showed me a Vocaloid cover of Scarborough Fair with Oliver singing, and I thought, wow, that sounds kind of realistic. And, because of that, I decided I wanted to write songs for Vocaloid. However, Oliver was not my first choice, which leads me to this next question. The question is, why did I use Oliver? I mean, why pick Oliver? Oh, so when I decided I wanted to write songs, I needed someone to help me out with the words or lyrics. So I asked Morb if she is interested. She agreed. She agreed to write for me, but under the condition that I use Oliver, and she won't write unless it's him. And now that's why I use Oliver. That's it. So, third question. What inspired you to make music, and who is your inspiration? Well, I really like listening to what I think is good music or music that I love. The more I listen to artists or bands that I really, really like, I developed a want to make music as well. So I guess that's what inspired me to compose. Because of music. Music inspired me to make music. As for my inspirations, well, that's really hard because there's a lot. But I guess looking back, when I first started composing, this was in high school, and I composed mostly metal songs in a program called Guitar Pro. But I was really into bands like Sonata Arctica, Hammerfall, Children of Bodom, and especially Ayreon. I guess they're my first inspirations in music. And at the time, I was already getting into music like steampunk and cabaret. So I have artists like Amanda Palmer, her Dresden Dolls, Beat Circus, and Abney Park. Anyway, moving on. The fourth question is your favorite song and MV. Oh, okay. So I don't really have a particular favorite song of mine. I mean, I've been going back and forth with this question, and I really can't choose. I guess it's like if you're a parent and you're choosing your favorite child, and I don't think that's just right. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have a particular favorite song of mine. Well, anyway, next question is why make Vocaloid songs? Why Vocaloid? I actually answered this question some time ago in a VNN interview with Project Overdose. But the short answer is I was interested because of its occult aspects to it. Yeah. If you're curious about the interview, the link is in the description to check it out. Okay, so next question is, a lot of people ask this, why are you called Steampianist? Well, because I love steampunk and I'm a pianist, so I interchange punk from steampunk with pianist, thus Steampianist. And at the time, I needed a very steampunkish name when I was doing my first album. It's called Mechanical Aesthetics, and it's uploaded in Newgrounds. You guys can check it out if you like. Okay, next question. Question number 7, FAQ. How come most of your songs are dark? Oh, well, I guess I like dark subjects, and so does Morb. But it's not like we exclusively write dark songs. I mean, especially with our upcoming ones, Morb is writing more wholesome songs, I guess. Or I guess some of our songs just comes off as disturbing and dark. Yeah. Okay, so next question, or the last. This is actually the last FAQ. What is a Vocaloid? So a Vocaloid is a voice synthesizer program created by Yamaha, where you can make vocal melodies and input lyrics onto them. And you can choose different virtual singers to sing for you. An example is Miku, a popular one, and another is Oliver, which I use. So that is a Vocaloid. Okay, so moving on to the second part, is standard questions where I choose 1 to 2 questions from each of you. So the first question is, how long have you been playing the piano and do you perform anywhere? I've been playing the piano for 10 years or more, can't remember. And yes, I have played in hotels, bars, and some corporate events. It's nothing big, it's just work. Second question, what is your motivation for creating the Steampianist channel? Well, I love to compose, and I needed a platform to show my compositions, so I made a YouTube channel. Number three question: have you seen any Geometry Dash videos with your music? Yes, some of them are quite creative, but guys, do not upload any music that isn't yours to Newgrounds. Uh, don't don't stress out the mods. Anyway, fourth question. What are some of your unfinished projects, and would you be willing to share them with the community for finishing or remixing? I don't think I have any, and even if I did, I won't be handing them to the community. That's just something that I will never do. Sorry, guys. Okay, anyway, number five. Other than the Q&A, what are some more non-music plans for your YouTube channel? Can't say I have much going on out of music, but I have been thinking about making a second channel for games and stuff. Probably. Still not sure. Okay, anyway, number six. Will the official instrumental of Russ ever be published? Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to upload it, but I'll upload it. I will upload it now. Okay, 7. How do you feel about so many people supporting you and your music? It feels great, you know, and sometimes it's unbelievable that people will share it with their friends and even pay for our music, you know. Yeah, it's surreal to me. Next question. Number 8. What do you like to do in your spare time? Just practice piano and play video games most of the time in my spare time. Number 9. Though you use different styles, what genre of music would you say you created? I don't think I created anything, to be honest. Yeah, it's not. I think it's not something that's easily done nowadays. You know, creating a genre, especially with a lot of music these days. So anyway, number 10. So I want to ask you, does your songs have any hidden message or a kind of metaphorical meaning? Well, it depends on who writes the story or lyrics. You know, for example, with Morb, I think most of our songs should be taken as it is. However, some people really get too deep into it. You know, example like Beach Boy. People think it's about morals being imposed upon you by conservative society. But really, the song is literal. It's literally about evil leeches just possessing this poor boy. You know, and same with Vegetables and the logical pink gizmo. People seem to read too much into these songs. I mean, sure, you can definitely see hidden meanings in them, since we all have different perspectives, and a song can definitely have different layers of meanings. But you know, when me and More write stories or song, it's usually never intentional for us to put hidden or deeper meanings into our song. Usually these interpretations surfaces after people listens to them. Anyway, so number 11. What are your favorite physical synths to use? I've just started to use analog synths recently, but I do like what Arturia is pushing out right now. I currently own a Micro Brute, and I would love to own the Mini Brute too. It's spectacular. I also have the CS Mini Synth from Yamaha, and I find it the most reliable, and it just sounds great. And one day I would love to build a modular synth. Okay, next, number 12. Can you please list all of the musical instruments you know how to play, if any? Okay, number 1, piano is my main. Number 2 is bass. Number 3, guitar. And the last one is some drums, but basic drums. All right, next question, number 13. Did you ever make music using other methods? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by methods, but I do like to draft my whole song in the piano before I arrange it into different instruments. I guess that's one method. And sometimes I just start with a really cool sound of a melody, whatever, and work on it. But I do find drafting on the piano first much easier for me. So I guess I use two methods. Anyway, next question. Number 14. What is this? Will you make a song in Spanish in the future? Will you make a song in Spanish in the future? Okay. I can't say for sure. Maybe. Depends. I need someone with a Spanish Vocaloid or someone who can sing in Spanish. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. Anyway, next, number 15. What's this? What's the music producing software you use the most? It's FL Studio, and believe it or not, Audacity. I use it to make seamless loops. All right, next one. 16. Your favorite music artist? Well, I think I've answered this in FAQ, but okay. I have a lot, so I guess I'll list some of the music artists that influenced me. Like in the FAQ. Dresden Dolls, Arion, Sonata Arctica, and Abney Park. Next, number 17. So this one asks about The Undertaker's Daughter. In this song, The Undertaker's Daughter, whose grave was the grave with no name in sight? And where did the daughter go at the end of the song? Did she die? Well, I'm not sure, but I think she's still alive. I think the grave is simply an unnamed grave. It's untended and forgotten. And, there's a saying, you only truly die if people forgets about you. And that's why in some cultures, people celebrate and remember their dead. So I think this girl is simply being kind to the forgotten. I don't know, that's just my take. Okay, 18. Do you draw your Vocaloid videos for yourself? Do you draw your Vocaloid videos by yourself? Okay. Well, no. I either have Morb, who you can always count on that she's working with me. Also, there is Nova, currently known as Elbow, and there is Nai, who did the video for Scrap Boy and Ugly Fuel. And, check them out, I guess. Okay, number 19. Are you alone or behind the scenes? Is there a band? Well, technically no, because I have Morb with me and my other collaborators. But in terms of the music and arrangement, that is all me. And even in the older songs in Project Overdose, I do most of the music and arrangement. But with lyrics, art, and video, I have people, again, like Morb, Nai, Seuss, Gino or Gino Plays Guitar, Star Rapture, and Elbow, aka Nova. Next question. Number 20. Your songs has a dark side to it, right? So what were you thinking when writing your songs? And by that, are you some kind of dark person? Example, do you have a dark life? Do you have dark thoughts? Or do you simply just like dark things? Yes, our songs are definitely dark. and can come off as dark and even disturbing. But I'm not a dark person, and same goes for Morb. I guess we just like dark things. Usually, when we think of songs to write, Morb would always start with a simple concept. Like for example, having a job, and she developed that into a story. And an example of that is the umbrella salesman. Another simple concept is sleeping, and that turned into sleepyhead. But when I think of a song, I have this what if concept. Like for example, in vegetables, I thought to myself like, what if, this is, it's a little offensive, but what if hospitals are actually turning their patients into literal vegetables and selling them into the market? And we made a story about that. Another example is Leech Boy. Like what if leeches are evil? Or something like that. And yeah, we made the song Leech Boy, possessing the boy to do evil things. Yeah. So that's basically what goes on in our heads. Okay, so number 22 question. What is your favorite Minecraft mob? I don't have any, but I have been watching Pito Pito's Minecraft playthrough. Pito Pito, the guy who made the YouTube channel 666. You should check him out. But anyway, in his playthrough, he solves everything on his own, without any tips or help. It's pretty interesting. You should definitely check it out. He is currently at his number 99 playthrough. Anyway, next question. Number 23. Do you plan on putting your more recent song on some place like Bandcamp at some point? Well, I only upload songs that aren't free to download in Bandcamp, and I don't think I'll ever upload all of my songs in that site unless we decide, it's for selling, for commercial purposes. Anyway, next question. 24. Do you think you'll ever remake an old song? Well, good news. Yes, I have been planning to revisit our older songs from the Absurd Stories of the Rationally Insane EP, and maybe some songs from the Assorted Voconuts album, and probably a few songs from Project Overdose. So please look forward to that. Next question. Number 25. What was the first piece you made? Well, it's a song called Midnight Murders, and you can search for it in Google by typing Ultimate Guitar, comma, that's COMMA _13 Midnight Murders, and just play the MIDI tablature there. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, next question, 26. Where do you get that Victorian sound? I would like to know so I can get that sound too. Well, when you say Victorian sound, that can mean two things for me. It would be the harmonic progression I use, which is basic. Then I'd suggest you use a 1-5-2-5-7 progression, or example, a C major, G major, D minor, and G major dominant 7 progression. You might sound Victorian. It depends. Or number 2, you would be talking about the instruments I use, which is a harpsichord, a keyboard popular during those times. You can probably find some good harpsichord libraries or VSTs online. Just look for them. Anyway, last question. I want to buy me a Vocaloid. So, which is good for beginners? I really have no idea, since I only have Oliver, Gumi, and the Mayu I never use. But I would say just choose who you like, but remember to consider its pros and cons. So do a bit of research, listen to some demos, or maybe ask other Vocaloid producers, and just give time to understanding that Vocaloid and find a work around its weaker aspect, because there will always be a weaker aspect to any Vocaloid, I think. Anyway, that's all the questions. So, thank you for tuning in and sending your questions. But before I end this video, I did notice some questions asking if there are any tips to tune or mix Oliver. Well, I've decided to do a video specifically on this topic soon, because I feel this Q&A video will take too long. So there's that. Look forward to it. Anyway, subscribe to my channel and do check out the links in the description. I'll be forever grateful, and happy holidays. It's been great. And as always, thank you for all your support. This is Steampianist signing off. Bye.